Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and everyone onto this platform. This is your crypto or financial coach, Bitsafric, as usual. Today, I'm here to elaborate more about the history of currencies. Did you know that the history currency has been evolving since the 1600 BC? Oh, do you know that currency evolution has been happening wherever for a long? Do you believe that we are transforming from the normal ways of currency to now? Currently, I won't take too long. Let me start talking about the evolution of currency. Do you know that there was barter trade, but before barter trade, what was there? Barter trade. And to set this, barter trade was one of the first monetary systems that happened on Earth. Do you know that or not? Barter trade, in simple terms to say, barter trade is the exchange of things or of goods and services between two parties without evolving monetary terms. Do you know that? Do you know that people had, when I had a car, I could give in, they give me sheep. When I had a goat, I could give in, they give me a wife. Do you know that I could give in a shirt to get a coat? Oh, you can say that barter trade was introduced during the 1600 by the Phoenicians who moved from various countries to and cities across oceans. Barter trade had a lot of advantages and disadvantages, but it was a simple system. There was no complexity involved. Unlike the money system, natural resources were not overexploited. Power was concentrated in some such circles. If you want to learn more about this, I'm just hitting about it. Come, hit my inbox. Come, we learn more. In barter trade, things were easy. Just take my shirt, give me whatever I want. I give you a cow, you give me land. Yes. The disadvantage, lack of coincidency of what? Yes. If I wanted land, and somebody who had land could ask for 10,000 cows, I take 10,000 cows, I get 1 acre. It was lack of common measures. We didn't have measures for barter trade. It was difficult means of payment. Yeah, looking at that, all that because of the difficulties, we were introduced to cowrie shells. Yeah, oh, cowrie shells as money. Do you know where the cowrie shells as money? Many of you use cowrie shells as bangles. You use that as jewelries, but do you know that at some times it was used as money? Do you believe that it was money? Some know as a shrine or a spiritual money, but it was money that is used to buy clothing, buy things. Oh, in simple terms, cowrie shells was widely used as shell money, replacing the barter trade. They were collected in the Maldivian Islands, like that is Sri Lanka, coast of Indian Ocean. Europeans widely used the cowrie shells in the 16th century as we are trading the Africans. Actually, mainly people know them as trading for the what? Uh, Slaves. But do you know after cowrie shells, we came to the use of mineral money, or what we call the Stone Age. Maybe you are seeing stones onto my screen. You are wondering, why did I get stones? These are minerals which were used as once as money. You go collect those stones, gold, silver, copper, diamond. They are in forms of stones and they were used as money, and not like which they are processed right now. Yeah? Do you know that when we were transacting using the stones, money had value, not like the inflation we are facing right now. In simple terms, the mineral money was widely used as a monetary replacing the coalitions. Minerals were and are still being dug under the ground, and they are then used for monetary policies. Minerals included the silver, gold, what and what. Do you believe that? After the mineral system, we had what we call the gold standard. Did you hear about the gold standard? Oh, are you hearing about the gold standard? What does gold standard mean? Gold standard, this is the system where a government had to print money in correlation with the amount of minerals it had in its store. Yeah? Once it had that store, it took it to those minting stores. It gives in that particular amount of minerals, then it gets money. During this time, central money had a lot of value. In the gold standards, we had the coin, we had the papers. It was all used to gain value. And all the government money, it had value. But after the gold standard was colonized or was corrupted by what we call the Bretton Woods system in 1944, then each and everything we started facing the problems which we are facing today. Do you know that the Bretton Woods system came as interest of some few individuals, some few individual countries which were commonly affected by World War II? Did you know that? Don't forget, click and subscribe for more lessons. You want to learn about currency? You want to learn where the world is heading to? Bitsafric is here to teach you, to help you benefit from the evolution of currency. Let's briefly talk about the Bretton Woods system. It is an international monetary system which was forged by a delegates of 40 nations in the Bretton Woods New Hemisphere in 1944. Delegates, delegates to the conference agreed to establish an international monetary fund, what later became the World Bank Group. The system of currency convertibility that emerged from the Bretton Woods lasted until 1981, which was advanced into what we call the bank monetary system today. During the Bretton Woods Agreement, the major aim was to abolish the printing of money against minerals or gold. After this agreement was put in force, the unending inflation was born till today. Do you know that we had the worst inflation in 2020? Do you believe that by the time we went into COVID, after COVID, your money had depreciated times 2. Where you had 1 million, you came out of the COVID. You had a purchasing power of some countries, it was around 300K. Some countries, it was around 500K. And some countries, it was around 10K. Probably in my country here, it was only 500K. Because, for example, where I had to travel, where I used to travel for 5,000 Ugandan shillings, then after COVID, it was traveling for 10,000. That's a form or a perfect example that inflation was 50K. Don't forget, in our next video, we are going to share more about the system what we call the bank system and its games. Do you want? Let's learn about money and we prosper together.